Hello, welcome back to Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald.
I'm bored.
And we have a playthrough for you of AHUA or AHAU, Rulers of Yu-Gi-Oh! We probably should have looked up how to pronounce that before we started. But AHAU.
Rulers of the Yucatan. So the reason we have this game is when I backed Pillars of Heracles, they offered, like, during the pledge manager, they're like, hey, here's a game we used to have, or we have, that we made a while ago. For $30, you can back that too. I'm like, okay, sure, it looks cool. It's Mayan. I thought it was a war game similar to Pillars of Heracles. But it's worker placement, which is perfectly fine.
Kind of a war game. Because
there is some conflict.
You have the conflict even in the same region as each other.
Which I guess is similar to Pillars of Heracles. It's not like pure war.
But do we get, when we battled, do we also get power for, like, the people we had adjacent? Or is it purely just the card?
It was the card plus the weapon.
Interesting. Yeah,
unless one of the god powers tells you otherwise. I guess. We didn't read all the god powers yet.
I wonder how the weapon... I guess so. Yeah. Cool. Maybe this goes up based on the number of people you have in a region.
Well, it goes up... every time you lose a battle, it goes up. Right here in the middle.
I was going to say, maybe also there, like, it'll help.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll find out.
There might be building tiles that push it up. But yeah, we're going to do a quick little intro overview here, it says. And then we'll explain the game and hop into it. It is the dawn of the classical period of the Mayan civilization, 250 AD. Cities of staggering beauty rise out of the jungle as divine rulers take the throne. Constant warfare ravages the land. Fortunes ebb and flow, and dynasties rise and fall. Will you make your mark on history as the great AHUA? Oh, he's the leader is the name. In AHUA, you take on the role of a Mayan royal family as you strive to expand the borders of your kingdom by gaining influence over the cities of the Yucatan Peninsula. You constructing your pyramid temple, winning military conflicts, and receiving the gods' favor. Gain the most fame to be crowned Kahula AHUA, who unites the land.
Kalua AHUA.
Oh, this would be the funniest thing ever. The next sentence I read. He unites the land and brings the lasting peace and prosperity. AHUA is pronounced as AHAU. With the emphasis on the second syllable. So, AHAU.
AHAU.
I love that. In bold, here's how to pronounce it. We skipped all of that.
AHAU. So we're playing AHAU, Rulers of the Yucatan. Yucatan? Yucatan. F you. You fired up.
Okay, so.
Okay, so a little bit more setup to do here.
Yeah, so base setup, we've already chosen our colors. So Nick will be red, I will be purple.
Yeah. Do you want to show them the pyramid board before we put anything on the main board as well?
Sure.
So we're going to have this main view of the main board, and then we'll have these zoomed in views of our own boards as we put tiles down so you guys can see. So don't worry that when we're on the main board, you can't see our entire board.
Yeah, board.
This is
our personal player board. We have 5 slots here for building tiles. We have 10 slots here for pyramid tiles. As we build each of those, we will zoom into the corresponding board to show you that. But then the game board, we have cities, which are the pentagons. We have hexagons. Wow. So as I was saying the word, I'm like, hexagons.
I was like, I don't think there's 7.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, pentagon's 5.
Sorry, 5. Jesus
Heptagon
Christ.
is 7. I'm like, wait, we have resource tiles here, which you can deplete to gain resources that we have. You have building tiles, which will be placed out shortly. And you have pyramid tiles, which are the ones in the squares here.
So let's put out those building tiles one more time.
Yeah,
so they're already shuffled. We've got a random stack. So we are just going to be putting these out.
1 in each numbered region. And for a 2 or 3 player game, 2 in the bottom corners on the 1 and 2. And each of these have different things. I'll read all those right before we get started so we all know what each of these represent.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And then we got shebang and shaboom.
Yep. And
that's a hefty price.
We have these pyramids, or called temples, off to the side here. These temples are kind of like we played Canvas, where you have your little frames, where things you're just earning for endgame scoring. Yeah. Yeah. So we randomly.
You have to summon the gods to be able to put your token on one of these, which will get you access to the. What was this thing called again?
That is the calendar.
Whatever the fancy word for the calendar was. When you get to the end of one cycle of the calendar, you'll go through the scoring of these based on where.
Oh, the celebration name you meant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just the calendar.
Well,
when you finish the calendar.
But it's also has a different name too, like this track here.
The Katun.
Yeah, so the Katun celebration is when you get to the end of the calendar, the Mayan calendar.
Yeah, just as last phase of calendar track.
Okay,
it's
cool.
called the calendar.
So if you have a token on one of these, obviously you get the points for putting one on, but then you'll also be able to score the temple.
Oh no, they'll see it. That's fine. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to see this, but they'll see the tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the overall objective of this game is we are going to be placing workers down. We're gaining resources. We're building buildings. We're building pyramid tiles into our pyramid on our player board. And we're trying to fill up this 3 times. At the end of the 3rd time, that triggers game end. If all 12 of our workers are out, that triggers game end. Or if you finish your pyramid of 10, the game will end.
Mm-hmm.
You'll finish a round. So if Nick is first player, if he does it, I'll still get my turn. So it's all even.
Here's a question.
And then we add up our fame, which is our round track, or the outside border.
Did the 5 building spaces count towards filling the pyramid?
No.
No, for endgame?
I don't believe so. I think it's just a pyramid, because that's a building space. Let me check that. By building a pyramid tile on the space at the 4th level. No,
Okay,
so as soon as you do that, it's considered built.
Cool.
Which you can only do that if you have the 2 directly underneath it.
Yeah. Oh, interesting, because you could do...
You cannot. Nope.
1, 2, 3,
No.
1, 2, 1, 2... Oh, no, because you're the... Okay.
No. I'm trying to make a fake pyramid of Giza over here. Take a chunk out.
Move it up 1 space.
Yeah.
Just keep moving it. Have it bouncing on like 1 at the bottom.
Yeah.
Jenga style.
It's like, I'm going to build these 2 outside ones and then build on top of it. I don't need the middle support.
Okay, so we need to do these as well here, which is something else I want to do beforehand.
Yeah, do we want to read off what all these are, or do that first? Doesn't matter.
I mean, we can read those off when we go to score them.
No, we need to know what they are before the place where you're going to place the thing.
Sure.
Get out of here. Okay, so for these scoring tiles, so I'll do this view for you so you can kind of see them. So each of these have a little marker inside. Each marker has a different god scoring tile. So starting with the one closest to me right here, that is called, not called, there's a name. That ability is 1 fame for each different color of pyramid tile in your personal supply.
Okay,
you cannot count wilds.
Okay, makes sense.
So personal supply is what pyramid tiles you have just next to your player board, not on the player board.
Oh, does it say that?
I said that earlier.
It said reserve earlier.
Yeah, we'll double check. Take it from the reserve. You're right. My bad.
So I think it's in general.
Anything personalized is your ownership.
Reserve and in your pyramid,
Yes.
I imagine.
The next one right here with the 2 little pretzel-looking things. 1 fame for every 2 steps rounded down that you're on the mic track.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Makes sense.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get max of 5 for that.
Yep.
The 3rd one in the middle there is 1 fame for each building tile on your player board.
Okay.
That has to be built.
Yep. That's the time you'd have it on there.
The 4th one, the pyramid, is 1 fame for each pyramid tile built into your pyramid that has a different symbol.
Okay.
Yep. So each of these building tiles obviously will have different symbols on them. So each one is considered.
So the most you can have is 1, 2, 3, 4.
5. I think we just don't have them necessarily all out there because they're in the bag. I think each of these match of these symbols.
Yeah. So I did miss that one. Okay. Sorry. That's 5. Yeah.
And then the final one over there is 1 fame for each resource of different colors that you have in your personal supply.
Nice. Cool.
So that'll be just information. We'll have this book out here in case when you reference it, but pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
We all.
Are they using reserve and personal supply interchangeably?
No.
They must.
No, because color resource is only in your personal supply.
But because these two, because this is specifically on the pyramid, and this one says personal supply.
So it has to be.
So it has to be separate.
Yeah, so this is tiles that you own here.
Yeah, but you haven't built yet.
This is ones that are built. But
exactly.
Okay.
And the only one person scores these. It's whoever has the highest count would score. Unless you're tied, then you
score each temple in turn order. Each player who has a player marker earns fame based on the god scoring tile at the temple. Each temple awards fame based on the performance of the player who have the highest value in that scoring category, irrespective of which players have placed their markers there.
Oh, so we don't have to put our markers there to score?
No, you do. So as soon as you place a marker, this is guaranteed. So you get this fame numbers 2 and 1
You
here.
said irrespective of who placed their markers there, not what order.
Score each temple in turn. Each player who has a player marker at the temple earns fame based on the god scoring tile at the temple.
Okay, that's also right there.
Each temple awards fame based on the performance of the player or players who have the highest value in that scoring category, irrespective of which players have placed markers there.
So wait I feel like those sentences contradict each other.
Let's just read the example. Example: Green and red are playing a 2-player game. Which means the rain god provides fame based on the largest number of different symbols. So the example is this 4th one right here. Green player has 4 different symbols. Red has 3. Each player has a marker at that temple. So both red and green gain 4. Okay. So how much fame is gained is based on the best player, but then both players, if you're both there, gain that amount.
Okay, so if nobody has, so if we're playing a 2-player game still, right? And if I have a marker here, but if you have 5 points worth here, I get 5 points because my marker's there.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
Okay. The example.
Yeah, that's why they have them.
That's good. That's a good rulebook point.
That
they actually proved why. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the last thing we'll read off here, back to the game board, is each of these building tiles are a little different, and we strategically want to build things that benefit us. So we'll read off what each of these do while they're on the board here.
Yep.
So number 8 is the observation tower. When taking a pyramid tile, at the end of the movement phase, you may take both tiles from the region occupied by your ruler.
Nice.
If you also built the gateway, which is number 4, you may instead take 1 tile from the region occupied by your ruler and 1 from an adjacent region.
Nice.
So that just gives you the advantage of
gateway.
Nice. So we'll skip to that one. So gateway, when taking a pyramid tile at the end of the movement phase, you may take 1 from an adjacent region.
Cool.
This just allows you to take 1 from here and the adjacent region if you have that.
Essentially, this allows you to take 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5 is the giant steel. Whenever you win a conflict, gain 3 fame and a weapon.
Nice.
So if you lose a battle or a conflict, you gain a weapon. So the winner would also gain a weapon and top 3 fame.
Cool.
Number 19 is the workshop. Whenever you build tiles, either producing or build in that step, you may build 1 additional tile.
Nice.
So example, you may build 1 more tile than the number of workers you have in a city into which you place your workers there. So normally if you put a worker down, you can only build 1. If you have that, you can build 2.
If you had a worker here already, you put down a second one, you could build 2.
And you can build 3. Yeah.
With that one, you build 3.
Yeah. Number 18 here is the temple. During the celebration, gain 1 fame for each temple that you do not have a player marker at.
Ooh, interesting.
So you still get a little something.
Got 9.
Number 9 is the palace. During the celebration, gain 1 fame for each city where you have the most workers. Includes ties.
Cool. And number 1?
And number 1, the Acropolis.
It's a hefty price.
At the end of each movement phase, gain 2 fame if you have the most workers in cities adjacent to the region you're currently occupying as ruler.
Cool.
Solid. And there's a bunch of others as they come out. We'll read those off for everybody. These will go back in the box since we will not use those 2 tiles.
Yep. All right. So let's do some randos here. So, these only matter partially. They matter based on the god that's on them, but they're entirely random as our first tile here. So take your pick. And the game tells you to place them face up on the cards and to choose. We're doing them as randoms. And then we're going to do the same with the reference cards, which not only serve as reference cards, but I'll show you, they also tell you the resources that you start with.
Yep.
And every single one has different starting resources. So I think one of the favorite things when we first opened this in the unboxing is that the starting resources aren't based on character. It's based on this random, well, we're doing it random. They tell you also to put these face up. Okay, so let's get the starting resources, then we can read the god powers.
Sure. I'll let you do that.
Sure. Sorry?
You know, that is, why do we have other things in here?
What are you talking about? That's the only other thing. Oh, what's that marker?
I don't know.
Oh, that marker even before. Must be for solo.
Probably. Okay, so I have 1 white, which is marble. I have a brown, which is really salmon, which is actually ham. And I have yellow corn.
And I have stone, water, and obsidian, I believe.
So, yeah, sure, stone. I think it was it's marble or stone, doesn't matter.
Oh, marble, whatever. Type of stone.
Limestone here, closer than I was.
Uh-huh.
Obsidian, water, cacao is black.
Yeah. No, black is not cacao.
Or,
cacao is brown.
Oh, that's cacao. That doesn't look like cacao at all. Yeah.
It's the bean. Looks like the bean.
Looks like a ham.
Looks like a ham
steak. Looks like a ham steak.
It's it's clearly a little bean with a little stem.
Sure.
You're a fool. I will agree that it's not entirely brown. It's more like cocoa powder color, which makes sense. Okay, so we have god powers on the backs of these cards as well. So starting off, the first god.
They're all the same powers, by the way.
It's
Oh no, I think for all Essos.
No, each god isn't the same power.
No,
all these are the same for each person.
That's what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Itzamna, the chief god, is choose a color used in your summoning. For each action strength, take one pyramid tile of that color or wild from the board or draw a tile from the bag. Cool. So when you summon a god, your strength is however many tiles you choose to discard or how many you have already built in your pyramid or both. So that's what the action power would be for summoning. Chak is the rain god. Deplete a production site matching the color of any tile used for summoning. So if we use this blue one, we could deplete this blue water site. And gain resources equal to the action strength. So if the action strength is 3, when we deplete this, we gain 3 waters. Got a trade. Didn't give us a name. That's cool. Choose a color used in your summoning. For each action strength, you may move one worker to an adjacent city. Each time you move a worker, you may trade 1-for-1 with /4 a resource in your chosen color. Sorry.
So instead of 2-for-1.
Or choose a color in your summoning. Got it. So then when you move, each time you move a worker, you may trade 1-for-1 for a resource in your chosen color. Okay, cool. Unique. Wow.
AHAU.
Unique AHAU, the sun god. For each action strength, you may take back a card. Also, you may lay down one of your workers adjacent to a production site matching the color of any tile used for summoning. Laying down a worker means they count as 2. The jaguar god of the underworld. Remove one of your workers adjacent to a production site matching the color of any tile used for summoning and gain 1 fame for each action strength. You may advance 1 space on the might track. Cool, so you advance 1 space on the might track, and you would gain fame.
Yeah. All right,
so see Jaguar, gain fame. Kanika Hao is laying down a worker. God of Trade is moving in a 1-for-1 trade. Chak, the Rain God, is depleting a resource from the board to gain resources, and Itzamna is taking additional pyramid tiles.
Yeah, from the board or from the bag.
Right. So you can take one from your board matching the color, one of the colors you use to summon the god, or you can take one from the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. At random, it obviously wouldn't have to be the same color.
Yeah.
Okay. Got to roll to see who goes first, huh?
6 is over there.
I'll put my resources right there. Let's get it to 6. 2 to 6, 1 to 6.
Doesn't matter.
Would you like to do the honors?
All right.
All right.
Nicked it.
Nicked it as well.
It flipped.
Water always betrays me.
All right, a little higher.
5.
Oh, that was at the 1 in a roll.
It was. It was.
All right. So you start on bottom. I start on top.
This here. Yep. Okay. And I go first. Well,
yeah.
I mean,
No,
we do it at the same
first.
time.
Yeah.
But I will go first when it comes to picking stuff
phase
up off the board.
2.
Whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is broken into 2 phases for each turn. Phase 1 is we pick 2 cards. Card 1 will go on our left side, which will indicate how or what region 1 through 5 we want to travel to. Card 2 will represent our military strength if we get into a conflict, meaning we both end up in the same region. We do have numbers 1 through 6. Number 6 can only go on the right side because there's only 5 regions on the board. All right, I forgot what everything did.
Good thing you have a reference card.
No, I meant all these tiles.
Oh.
All right.
Take 2 tiles. Take adjacent. After you win, you get victory points and increase. You get points for when you don't have on the board. When you build additional.
That's what it was, yeah.
And then those guys, which you can just, in general.
Yeah. Okay. And this becomes very strategic because we have 6 cards. When we use these 2, we don't get these back to our hand. We then have 4 cards to choose from. So you can't use a military strength if you want to travel that location next.
See, we can. Perfect. If you scoot them all the way up, you're going to have to move those and those. And then you can flip them and people can actually see on the board.
Put these down here.
No one needs to see your workers.
No, I just had them there because I like them there. Move all these over here.
Because the cards fit in there just perfectly.
There we go. Okay.
Ready? Fire! Alright.
Alright, so no battle.
Boom. Okay.
And then we actually don't go in your turn order. It says
For sure.
location order, right?
Oh, it is true. Yeah, location order.
Which, if we're not.
So I guess this was determine who's
tying for like conflict ties.
I guess so.
Which would mean.
So turn order
bottom
actually matter.
Bottom is the strongest, right? Because if you're first player.
No, it's whoever's
if
on
we were
top.
to tie right off the bat, why would second player win the tie?
It says whoever's on top.
It is that in the bottom?
Mm-hmm. For battling, there's ties.
Where's conflict? Oh, first phase. Conflict. Breaking time indicate who's highest on the might track. Where more than 1 marker is on the same space, the uppermost is considered highest.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So here we go. So place a worker in an adjacent city. So I'm in section 1. I can go in any of these 4 cities. I'm going to go right here. We'll lay the worker down. So now I can summon a god. If
So
summoning...
you're gonna do that. You take a pyramid tile first. So select your
You're
cards,
right.
resolve conflict,
Yep.
take a pyramid tile.
Now I need to know which pyramid tiles to take. Okay, take a pyramid tile. We each do that. Because we're in phase 1 still.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the point of having matching faces again was only for this. Also for summoning.
Yeah.
Them. That's right. This is different ones you can supply. Was this different ones or matching ones in the pyramid? Sorry.
No, it's
It's on the back of the book, maybe?
No, sorry. No. 1 fame for each pyramid built into with a different symbol.
Different symbols.
So different symbols, yeah. Forget there. Okay, now we go to.
Yep.
Next. Okay, so
Place worker.
I'll place a worker here. We can share work spaces.
Yep.
So summon a god. If someone with at least 1 built-in
I
tile.
gotta set them up though.
Oh, I did it for the camera. We can't do that.
Yeah.
Yep. So I can't summon a god because I don't have a tile built in. Step 3, optional, build.
You can summon a god if you had. You don't have to have a tile.
Oh, that's
built
right.
in,
I can
summon.
use it. The
Just your only action point. So you'd
Yeah.
be discarding the ones you haven't had built.
which I'm not doing. So then optional, I can produce by depleting a production site, or build, based on how many workers I have. Oh, you just build is just placing it. You don't have to pay. For
Yeah.
anything?
So placing, for placing.
Oh, you got to pay 1
those
resource
just pay
matching.
One resource.
And it
Yeah.
has to match for the first line.
Yep.
Good thing I picked those random. So we're gonna build. So I have this tile. This is the color that matches the tile. So when you build here, it shows 1 cost of resource. If it's 1 cost, it has to match. When it's 2 costs, 1 of them has to match. The other has to be something different. So I'm gonna place it right here. So I go up on the mic track by 1. Which does that work?
Or you go to mine, it probably shows it.
It does. Cool. So that is saying.
You get to take one from the bag.
Yep. So I get to take one resource in the bag, and then this resource goes into there. Okay.
Whitey tidies.
Yeah, whitey forward. All right. So that was part 2, and then discard cards.
Nope.
So these. What do you mean? Yeah, discard cards. These 2 just go off to the side, face up. It is supposed to be common knowledge to the other players.
Yep. Okay. And my turn.
Yep.
So I'm gonna place death. My guy there. Placing workers. I'm not gonna summon. I am gonna build. I'm gonna spend. Oh, you can keep it on the main board for a second. So I'm gonna spend white and black. Oh, I can't do that. That's not how you do those. Never mind.
You can do those.
Yeah. No, I messed it up. Completely forgot.
Yeah, so these building tiles that are sitting out here that we read off, the only way to get it is to have one worker on each tile surrounding that region.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. So, whatever. That's fine. Okay, so then I guess I'm going to build on mine the blue, so I got rid of the water. So you will go right there, so I will go on this track. I will get white as well.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. And I have to do my thing as well, discarding cards. I'll put these here for you to see. Boom, boom. Okay. And replenish pyramid tile. That's end of round, which that was the end of a round, right? So now replenish pyramid tile.
No. That was the end of
a round. This is not a round.
When all players have completed the action phase, the round ends. Replenish the pyramid tiles. Oh yeah. So there are 2 pyramid tiles in each region. Discard the building tile in the leftmost slot. Okay, so we slide one over right now.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Boom. So then this slides over, and a new tile comes out. All right, so we have the same thing as number 20, as the number 19. Number 20 is exactly the same. What luck.
Oh, it is. Huh. Interesting.
Okay.
They
So
just
then
gave up. They made 19 different ones. They're like, yeah, that's good enough. Number 20 was copy and paste.
Yeah, they probably all have the same. There's probably a bunch that have the same matching symbols and stuff.
What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. Yep. There are common duplicates.
Yeah. Okay. So on to the next.
Yepers.
So we start off, choose no 2 cards.
Yep.
Okay. And ready? Shoot. Nice. So we got a 2. He played his 6. We had the same battle strength here, so he wins against my 4. So he is going to boot me out. So I'm going to go.
So you can go any of the 3 adjacent regions.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to go.
The benefit here, so he gets booted out. So let's say he goes to number 3. He cannot place workers on either of these 2 that are adjacent to the location that I'm in now.
Yep. Correct. All right, so this can actually just go off the side anyway.
Yeah. After that.
You don't have to wait to discard.
And then we get a
You go
top.
first.
I guess, do I want white or white? Oh, actually, it does matter. It does matter because there's gods on these.
Okay.
So yeah, once this building tile comes off, it's off forever. Like once we build that one, not another one. Only that will refresh building tiles.
That makes sense. Okay.
All right. I am up first.
What if the action? I wonder if the action phase goes in turn order.
No, it says at the top of the action phase it goes in. The movement phase is simultaneous. The action phase is just in region number, which it wouldn't. Oh, it would matter. If we could both... No, because we can both place workers on the same spot. It would matter, though, for depleting resources in between those spots.
Oh, that's so low. I was like, shadow player. Oh, still says starting with players in the lowest number region.
Yeah.
Okay.
So turn order means absolutely nothing.
It's not even turn order.
Our starting player was literally for selecting this card only.
Yeah.
Okay. So you summon a god. You summon... You don't have to summon the god of the tile you just placed. You just have to summon...
Yes, you do.
But you do have to summon the god of the tile you just placed.
Not the one you place on your board, but whichever one you choose to discard, that's the god you're summoning.
Okay.
And then the effects typically...
Or, I mean, where the worker is. That's what you... Okay, where the
No.
worker is, it doesn't have to match.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to place one right here.
I'll put this on this.
No, it doesn't say that. It just says summon a god. You're solo mode again.
Huh?
You're in solo mode again.
I know.
You start from the back, where solo mode is always located.
God, power, summon a god. Yes, you do. So where you place your worker. So corresponding to the city that you placed your worker in.
Okay. So I'm going to place a worker right here,
God of trade.
which is the god of trade.
No, it's not. Sorry.
No, it's the chief god.
Yep.
So then I will discard this tile. Make a discard pile over here. Which means I have an action strength of 1. So if summoning with at least 1 built in... Ah, never mind. I only get to place a marker if I've already built the tile.
What?
You only get to place a marker at the God's Temple if you have at least 1 built-in tile. So if you're doing based on just this, you still get the power of the god, but you don't get to put a marker down. That's what this says.
If you have one built-in tile?
No, the other side of the
What do you mean built-in tile?
Number 2. Summon built-in tile, meaning built in your pyramid.
Summon a god. If summoning with at least one built-in tile,
Then you can place your marker. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to have it existing in your temple.
Got it.
You can still do it here and get the god's power,
Got
but you don't get to put your marker down. So I won't do the god yet, but I will place my person there. But I can build again. It seems like it's too easy to build. Like, why wouldn't I just build 10 turns in a row?
Because eventually
because I'm not
you're
gonna
going to run
have
out of
time.
resources. You have to
And
pay
resources,
the
yep.
resources to
Yep,
do
yep,
it.
yep. That makes sense. Okay, so we are going to build. So we're going to pay 1 white to place this one right there. 1 white goes back in supply. And then I have 2 cards left, so I don't redraw. But I do not get a benefit because there's nothing under that spot now. We're getting the hang of this.
Little by little. Little by little. Okay, so place worker. And we will place worker there. I think. Yep. Okay. And not going to summon, not going to produce. I am going to build. So I'm going to use both my resources, white and black, to build 20. Right there. So that will allow me, when I build, to build an additional 1, more than the number of peeps.
And you also get the benefit underneath it.
Yep. Which is going to be placing a token down on a pyramid or a temple.
Yep, any temple you choose.
Temple of my choosing. So for every 2, for every different resource, for every building built, for every different ones that people have. And then I go up 2. 1, 2. Cool. When building, build as many pyramid or building tiles. You have workers in the city place. Okay. Cool. Discarded already done. All right. And
Last 2 cards.
last 2. Hey.
Yep.
3-1.
That was ballsy.
Staying right where I am. Oh, I didn't put tiles out.
You did not. Surprised you picked the only one that we matched with as your location.
I assumed that. I would assume that I wouldn't.
It wouldn't matter if I assumed that you and I knew I had the higher number battle.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So, so then we're going to pick up our pieces. Okay. And now we get to place workers.
You get to go first.
Down there. Cool. And then we can produce or build. I will produce a depleted production site adjacent to the city you place a worker in. Gain resources equal to the number of workers adjacent to it. So I'm going to deplete this one. So I get 2 whites.
Oh, and that gets to go on the 2 marker.
Goes there. Only that's all I can do.
Yep, and you're just going to get all the cards back. So alright, so for mine, I am going to place a worker.
Can't do that. You have to start. You have to go left.
No, left down here.
No. Same there as well.
Oh, sorry.
Pretty sure.
No.
Wasn't it?
No. No, that's it.
I guess there's no arrow, so.
Pyramid tiles. In order to build a second level, you must already have the 2 below it. Take 1 and place on empty space.
Okay.
On the level. Yeah, building has to go left or right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, damn, I wouldn't have put that there then. That's fine.
You can move it if you...
No, that's fine. I'll take the boost.
Oh, yeah, you get free resource in there. Or free tile. Alright, I'm going to place my person right here.
Cool.
So I will summon a god.
Nice.
So I have a action strength. Number of tiles used for summoning is built in and discarded. I have 2 that are built in. So I get to place my marker here. That gives me 2 fame. 1, 2. So we're tied again, as per usual. And then I get the effect of the sun god. So for each action strength, you may take back a card. Also, you may lay down one of your workers adjacent to the production site, matching the color of any tile used for summoning. Yellow was used for summoning, so I can lay that worker down.
Very nice.
I will not take back any cards because
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean, here, these are the 2 cards I have left. Yep. So now I go on to the next phase, which is produce or build. I will produce, and I will produce.
Oh,
Yellow. That gives me 2 yellow because I have laid down a worker.
Nice.
And this will go right there. And then I get back on with my cards.
All right. Oh.
Did you not do that after last
Turn?
turn?
That 2 is correct. I get 1 point, but yes.
Oh.
Mine would have been on the 1 that built.
So 10 is the same as 9. 11 is new.
I'll just put these over here. It's discarded.
That's fine. So number 11 is the plaza. If you build a building tile, gain 3 fame, including that tile.
Nice.
9 and 10 were when the celebrations happen. For each city where you have the most workers, for each city, gain a fame. Oh, my bad. I was thinking of the tile and I forgot. I don't know where the hell I want to go. Yeah, okay.
Annie, okay. You okay? You okay, Annie? 2.
1.
So going in region order matters. Like if someone had take from adjacent, because like
Yeah.
you could take from Okay.
It also matters like resources too. Like you and I can both put workers here, go after that resource, but I get to do it first.
All right, you go first.
All right.
Like you said.
So place a worker. I will place a worker here. Preferably standing up. There we go. Can't summon a god because I could if I really wanted to, I guess. I don't really do much right now. No, not gonna summon a god. I am going to do a production of this. That gives me 2 white. I have 2 workers, and this white will go right there. And then these 2 cards, discard.
Okay. My worker. Go there. I'm not going to summon.
Seriously, that's such an interesting question. Yeah, okay.
This was 1
1 fame for each city where you have the most workers.
Got it.
Including ties.
Got it. Okay. I will build using 2 white. Take that. So go here, which gets me a roll card.
Yep, you get to choose 1 roll card.
I don't have enough to build, because this doesn't let me build for free. It just says I can build an additional one. Because it's based on, that's what it is. It's based on how many workers you have.
Yeah, you may build 1 additional tile, but yeah, you still have to pay the build cost or whatever. Well, no, 1 additional tile.
Yeah, tile, building tile, or temple, or...
Oh, you don't have the resources for either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take whatever this middle one is. I don't know what the hell that means.
Oh, that's right. Each of them have something.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting.
Very cool.
All right.
New round.
Yep. New one comes out. Number 2.
Same thing, Evan. When you build a building, go up 1 on the action on the might track.
Ball court. Yeah, build a building, advance on my track. Oh.
Okay. So if production is done here, then that'll be the end of
We would finish
We do the
cycle.
the scoring stuff.
Yeah, we'd finish the cycle of both of us going, and then, yeah. So this game could go pretty quick.
Yeah.
You just, like, deplete resources the whole game.
Oops. Okay.
Yep.
2 and 6.
4 and 2.
All right. So I get to go first to start. Oh, resources. Duh. Resources.
No, you can go first.
Cool. Put my worker down. Right there. I will summon a god.
The God of Rain.
Oh, did I choose the right one?
It's the only one on your player board.
Yes. Yep. So, what this ability allows me to do is to summon a god. It does not have to match where I place my worker. It just happens to at this point in time. And I get +1 action point. So I'm going to discard this.
3 action points.
So 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Boom.
Place your marker down.
And yep, marker will go down on Rain Boy. So I get 2 there.
2, 3, 4.
What?
Why are you missing a marker?
What are you talking about?
You have 7 markers.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Where your marker at?
What do I do?
They should have all been in the... Oh, you made the bags.
Yeah, they should have all been in there. I don't know. Oh, it's below my chair. I fell down. Got it. Okay.
Clove would have gotten an hour or so.
Yeah, exactly. And so then I'm going to take... Oh, it says from anywhere on the board.
Matching the color of any tile used, which use blue and whatever you discarded. What color was you discard? Yellow?
Yellow. Yep. So I would take in old yeller. Give me 3 yellows.
Okay. Which will trigger the celebration at the end of this round.
Yep. So here, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then I will produce. And I'm going to produce this water, so I get 2 water. 1, 2.
Ah, that's a fun aspect. I like this in the game. Because these never get replaced.
Yes, I do.
Do they?
Right now they will.
Is that part of it?
Mm-hmm. They're randomly get shuffled, put out, and then one gets put there.
Remove all. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I'd be like, oh, like if you, because 4, 8, there's 8 left on the board. Like, oh, if you stack them multiple times, then it'll just never finish. Like, you can't finish that way. Okay. So, my turn. So I'm over there. So I'm going to place this down right here.
Nice.
I am going to summon the god.
Cool.
So it's the same one I already have, so I don't get to place another player marker.
Oh, I go up. No, that's scoring. Come on. You're good.
Do you go for placing the tile?
Yep.
Yeah. So the god over there. So for each action strength, you may take back a card. I will do that. Also, you may lay down a worker that matches or is adjacent to the color. White is there. I have white, so I can lay down that worker.
Thanks.
Well, actually, wait. May lay down a worker adjacent to a production site. It doesn't have to be that production site. But it is that one. Okay. So there's my god. So now I will build a building tile. I will pay 2 whites and a cacao. To get number 10 here. So let's get there. This allows me to place a marker on any...
What other 2 cards did you play?
1, 5 I took back because of the god.
Oh, I thought you take them back? Okay.
It says you may take back a card for each action strength. So I have to take 2, so I took back both.
Got
So
it.
I'm going to place this down. So I'm going to place this here and gain 2.
Nice.
Boom, boom. And, oh, actually, I was there when I bought that. I get to take a resource back.
That. You get to have you under your temple member. Oh, I didn't realize you put it there. Sorry.
Yeah, put it down. I'm taking one of the whites back. Because that costs me... Actually, no. Yeah, I'll take white back.
2 whites and a... Yeah.
Because I paid 2 whites and a brown.
Brown, yeah.
So there's that. And then these will get discarded. Okay.
Nice.
So that is end of round. So we start
the
with the end of
celebration.
round first. So it says we do the end of round stuff first. And then we do celebration. Which I'm assuming they do just so you don't forget. But all right, we get our first celebration, which we could have a max of 3 of these. Which would be one of the ways to trigger endgame. And it does say in case of game 3, the game would immediately end because you would finish your round anyway. So the Katoon celebration is triggered when the production site of the last space, which is our 2 marker, is filled. Complete the current round and then perform this celebration. So score each temple in turn order. Each player who has a player marker earns fame based on the value. We do have the fun scenario where none of us have doubles. So Nick will earn at the first 2. I'll earn at 3 and 5. No one earns at 4.
So how many different?
So this is different.
I have 4 differents.
I have. Why do wilds count? Let's double check. This is.
It's not. It's not.
Wilds do not count.
It's not based on color.
What?
Isn't it based on the god?
Each color of pyramid tile.
Oh, color. Oh, cool.
No, the other. There's something. The god is based up here.
Yeah. So I have 3.
I have 3.
So I get 3 points.
You get 3 victory there. That is for every 2, so you get 1 more.
Boop.
Number 3 is for every building tile. You have 2, so I get 2. And over there is for...
None of us get that anyway. Because no one has the thing down.
Oh, no, yeah. Sorry, number 4, no one get. Number 5, for each different color resource. I have 2.
I have 2.
1, 2.
Very nice.
For
then our building tiles we have as well.
I was gonna say to score those right now.
Yeah, so to score those every single time you get to the celebration. Go to the effect.
I don't. We didn't get in the lineup of steps of the celebration, but sure, that's gonna come.
Oh, I think they didn't say it in the celebration at all.
No, I think it was. Where was it? We're gonna get that in a second. After building a building tile, gain the reward shown on the space where you played. Oh, you already played, yeah. Each building tile grants an ongoing power that takes effect as soon as it is built.
Yeah, but these ones...
You may build more than one in the same building.
These ones specifically say... It's, no, you're in the wrong spot, though. It's for the building tile. No, it's for the building effect. Go to the building effect in the back of the book. It tells you these are scored... No, where the effects are. No, go to the buildings, you dumbass.
Where's the
Read the
buildings? Goddamn. What number do I have? I have 10. This is whenever 10. Oh, during the celebrations for 9 and 10.
Yeah.
What other number do you have?
Yeah, I have the same thing. The other one's just additional building. So you and I have the same one. So we get 3 points.
So during this phase, yes.
So you get 1, 2, 3. Oh, you get 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You don't get this. We're
ties. We each get it.
Not for this one. This is where you have the most.
Including any ties.
Oh, okay.
Which doesn't change anything in the end of the game.
1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 5, and I get 1, 2, 3,
13.
4.
And 13.
Nice. Tie.
Now, where was I?
Hilarious.
For each city, award 2 fame to the player who has the most workers in that city. In the case of a tie, for the most workers in the city, each gain 1.
Okay, so we get 1 for this.
So each gain 1 there, so let's do that. Boom.
2, 4, 6 more for me.
And then 2 for
6,
8. Yeah, so you're at 14 to 20, and I'm 22.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
So, if a player is complete, they're okay. We have not done. So advance the marker by 1.
Oh, that's.
Remove all site tiles there. Shuffle them. Place them face up on each of the empty spaces.
You forgot to go back to the view. You were still on mine.
Oh shit, my bad.
I already moved it. So we did a bunch of stuff that you couldn't see.
We just moved our markers at the end.
Over there. And just move this.
Yeah. So we verbalized what we were moving. So those all get shuffled up.
Yep.
And placed
We're gonna
back
put out, and then one will get put back.
Return all player markers from the temples. Tilt.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Okay.
So now we each.
So each time we have to do that.
And then start a new round.
Okay. I thought like we were there.
Forever?
Like, yeah.
Which would make sense why you have 7, because then you can go to each one once, but this is interesting now. You can refocus.
So you still, I guess, because the more of these get in here, every time you summon, so you can like summon to get 1 on each one.
Yeah.
Every turn.
Yeah, so we verbalized what the Katun celebration is. So we gained a bunch of victory points based on different things. We each had, and now I'll go to my board, this same building tile, which gives us fame, they call it, which is their victory points for workers in cities. And now we move on to quote unquote the next round, which is the next step in the celebration track.
Cycle. There we go.
We just happen to get a yellow one there again.
Yep, sure did.
Nice. Okay.
So, let's see here. Which do I want? Let's go.
And I will take this guy.
Okay, then we put workers down.
You get first.
So I'll be putting mine there, which means I get this for free.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Which means I go up on the mic track. That one will give me a point for every one I don't have a token on.
Yeah.
Okay, now putting him there. Do I want to summon him? Remove one of your workers adjacent to your production site, matching a color of any of the used tiles. So it would have to be brown. Okay. And gain 1 fame for each action strength. You might advance. You may advance 1 space on a might track. Okay. I put him down. Does that happen immediately or at the end of my turn? Because at the end of the turn.
What number?
No, taking the building. Like once you have 4 there surrounded, does it happen at the end of your turn? You take it
Oh.
because
I know. I think it's instant.
If it happens at the end of the turn, then I wouldn't want to do the effect because then I wouldn't be surrounded.
Placing a worker. It's during the place the worker phase.
Okay, cool, perfect. So then remove 1 of your workers adjacent to a production site, matching the color of any tile used for summoning a god, and gain 1 fame for each action strength. You may advance 1 space on the might track. So I will do that now. So I'm going to get rid of this tile.
Sure.
Which is brown. That's 1 strength. So I can take a worker off. So I'll take this one right here off. Remove 1 of your workers adjacent to production site, matching the color.
Gain 1 fame.
Gain a fame.
Boom.
And advance on the my. Oh, actually, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. I read that one.
Yep.
Right. That was the other resource also. I read like 3 times instead of wrong. Shit. Right. Oh, that's blue. Come back. Where you at? Nope. How did you get deep in there? I just put you in there. What the hell? There it is. All right. Jesus. I misread that. I thought I was gaining the might and the resource when doing it. I thought like removing 1 next.
Well, you would gain a resource by going up on the might track.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I can gain more right now.
Oh, sure. Yes, you can.
Yeah. So I'm going to take this homeboy and gain 2.
2 brown, yep.
2 brown. Okay.
Good.
That's all I can do. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take my worker. I'm going to place him right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get this one.
Taking all my cards back till I have 1 left.
Yep. I then get a roll card by placing this down.
Yep.
So I'm going to take this roll card. I have no idea what this means, and read the book. Let's see, roll cards. Okay, that goes into my hand. Okay, so I will start by summoning a god. I will summon this one yet again and gain 2. So I may take back a card. Does I want to do that? Yep, I'll take back 2 and 4. No, I won't. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'll take back 2 and 4. You may also lay down a worker. I will lay down.
Did you put your person?
All right. This one.
That's not lay down a worker.
What? Oh, I can't do this god because I'm not there. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Go back
Cheater.
to. That's that god.
I get what you're doing. You're trying to lay down as many workers as possible. The worker.
Oh, but I can summon that worker. I just need to use these. Okay.
Should have bought that goddamn building. By the way, this is different symbols, not same.
Yeah. Nice.
There goes Clove.
Okay, what do I want to do with my life now? That changes
Your
everything.
life sucks now.
It does. So I can do a god, but I'm not going to put anything down for him.
How we only discarded 1? Oh, because we've been buying them.
Yeah.
Turn Sharon's back is all.
Oh, I didn't read out what number 12 does. Number 12.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you produce resources in the produce or build step, you may count any adjacent workers in one other player's color as well, to how many resources you gain. Wow.
That's crazy.
Okay. Do I want to bring this god out or not? No. So no god. I am going to produce a resource. So I'm going to deplete this blue. 1, 2, 3 blue. I get. And this is there. And then discard these 2 cards. Next step.
Let me see.
Is that what I'm going to do? I don't know anymore.
Oh, so now we need to do.
Oh, yeah, now slide that off and slide those over. Yep. New one comes out.
We have, looks like, it says building, and it has 2 question marks of resource. Number 7.
Number 7. Whenever you build tiles in the producer build, you may treat up to 2 resources spent from reserve as if they were resources of any type. So you get 2 free wilds, pretty much. So 2 resources become wild.
What do we put up? These guys also. 2 resources become wild, as in like for building.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking.
You may treat up to 2 resources spent as if they were any type.
Cool.
Pretty solid. So instead of trading 2 for 1, you can just use those 2 for whatever.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, no, we're not. No, we are not. That makes way more sense. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
2, 6.
3.
Wilds.
I get both. We have number 8 now.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, I played my person here.
Okay.
Or
extra.
worker goes on first, and then
Sure.
all that. So worker's going. There, standing up. Okay. So now I can summon a god, any god, with this card. Does not have to match the tower I placed a worker. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to summon the god of trade.
Okay.
And black is going to be my chosen color.
So you get action of 2.
So I got 2 actions. So for this one, for each action strength, you may move 1 worker to an adjacent city. So for my first one, boom. Each time you move a worker, you may trade 1-for-1 with or for a resource of your chosen color.
Yep.
So get rid of that one to get a black.
Yep.
Second worker comes here. Get rid of this one.
Get a black.
To get a black. I also now have this surrounded, so I get this. Which goes on there, which gets me a resource. Okay. And then that one says every time I win a battle, I get 3 fame and go up on the strength track.
Yep. Might check it.
Okay. Now I can produce or build.
You can.
And I am going to build. So we have 2 water, a brown and a black. Let's take this to go up by 1.
Yep.
And 7 more, please.
And you finish this, so 21 to 28.
Yep.
What's that one ability again?
That's the one that you just read off.
I
Number
forgot.
12.
I forgot what it was already.
Number 12 is produce market. Whenever you produce resources in a producer build step of your action phase,
Oh,
you
the
may
2.
count any adjacent workers.
Or any adjacent workers.
So yours count
yeah,
as
yeah.
mine as well.
Okay. My turn.
Combo.
So yeah, so there's Nick has now filled his bottom row. That is not one of the endgame triggers.
No.
That just helps him throughout the game though.
Yeah. So now. Oh.
Oh, you
Hold on.
could do
I could do a second build. That's right.
Yeah.
So I will. Are we on my board
Yep.
still? Okay. So because of this, I could do a second build. So I have yellow and black. No rainbows. That's fine. I will put here you. Resource colors. In you. Homeboy in the middle for buildings. Oh. Yeah. So put you down here, and I will spend a yellow.
put it on top. The yellow goes on top of your thing to indicate.
Oh, right, because of the wild.
Yep.
Yellow, and then nothing happens yet. Because I'm not
No,
summon him while
yeah.
it's built.
Correct. Yeah, now my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to place this worker somewhere. Where am I? I'm over here. Yep.
Where am I? I've forgotten
I'm
where
going
I
to
am.
place this worker right here. I am going to summon my god. Now I can do
My
this.
God.
I get 2 now. 1, 2. I can take back 2 cards. I will, because I have summoning strength here of 2 on my player board. You may also lay down a worker adjacent to production site matching one of those colors. I will do just that right here. Yep. I will then build a building. I will pay 1 white, 1 yellow, and 2 blue become a black to build number 2. Nope, that's mine. There we go. So number 2 is on my player board now. So every time I build a building, including this one, I will double check. I believe that would be true though. Including this one, advance 1 space on the mic track. And that indicator there would be
Taking
gain a
any resource from the supply.
Yep, take the number of resources from the supply. So
One.
I have these. I will take a black. Nope. Yep. No, there we go. Take an obsidian. It is absurd.
Oh,
And then my 2 cards go tossed over here.
and refresh.
That slides over 1. Oh, I did this again. I
What?
will take back a white from the payment. Because
I brought this one down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention, so I read the spot again.
This one says whenever you win a battle, looks like maybe remove a worker. Or someone, remove someone's worker. I don't know.
Oh.
So it is.
Number
Oh, it's
3.
number 3. So far.
You just always go right to solo mode.
Well, because normally this stuff's in the back. Of
Well,
the
you
book.
go. Yeah, I always go front to back.
Entirely?
You go back to front.
Yeah. Number 3. City walls. Whenever you lose a conflict, you are not required to move your ruler from that region. And whether you move your ruler or not, you may place a worker adjacent to the region where you lost.
So you don't lose. You don't get the negativity of losing.
The order in which players in the same region take pyramid tiles and play their action phases is determined by their respective positions on the might track.
Makes sense.
From highest to lowest.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me get new tiles out too.
1. Brando. 2. Black. 3. I know something.
Well, Ranger. All right. So pick some cards. That's fun. We could do that. Nah, I don't want to do that. Interesting.
Hi, Chloe.
We're gonna do a dry run, so she's just gonna hang out with you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Chloe. Come on. You're hanging out with us now. No. Come lay down. No. Come here. Come lay down. Oh. Come here. Come lay down.
Okay.
Good?
Yep. Going to 1.
Going to 2. Nope, no there.
No one has the take from adjacent, right?
Nope, but I have to take 2. Take both of these.
Okay. All right. So now, place Waka. Place Waka there. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Yes.
So placing a worker there, they're fine. That's the before then. All right. So taking, boom, gonna do the summon action. So we'll drop in this guy. Same picture, which is white. Choose a color used in the summoning. For each action strength, you take 1 pyramid tile of that color from the board, or I draw 1 from the bag. So I'm gonna draw 1.
Hold on. Take that tile back out of the bag.
Why?
Discarded tiles. Put in discard pile, not back in the bag.
Oh.
For summon a god.
Got it.
I was thinking, I was like, that doesn't seem right. Because of the fact that you redraw, I'm like, you just redraw the same tile.
My bad. My bad. Wasn't thinking that was a discard pile.
So we just have a generic pile somewhere.
So then this one I played earlier.
The wild. Yeah.
Once again, searching for the.
Somehow. Yeah. There we go.
I'm gonna draw one from the bag
As your god ability. Yep.
with my god ability instead of taking one from the board. All right, I got the same guy, but in black. It's fine, and I do get to put him down like 2 points right here.
Yep. You have them. Yeah.
So 1, 2, please.
1, 2.
Thank you. All right, so that was the summoning. Now I will produce. I'm gonna do water. I think I'm gonna do water. Yeah. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total.
What?
Yours count as mine because my
That's
building.
true. Stealing all the water.
3,
Almond Rancher over here.
4, 5. That's right. Boom.
Okay.
Produce. Nothing else extra happens. So cool. That is it.
Okay. I will place a worker down.
That's a good idea.
I will place one right here.
Nice.
In the exact same spot. I will then build. So now, up to as many as you have workers in the city, so I can build twice because I have 2 workers there. Which I will do. If I have the resources I need. Which I don't. Fantastic. I will build 1. So I have 1 white. Do I have anything that benefits me here? No. What is that? That's end of the celebration, and that doesn't do anything. Okay. So paying 1 white to place this worker down right. Ooh.
Oh, you never went up on your weapon track.
Why was I supposed to go with my weapon track?
Your 3rd building.
Thank you. Good call. Okay, I didn't lose a battle. Alright, place 1 right there. One right there? No, not one right here. There's that one right there. And that ends that turn.
Okay. Shift these down. Here we go. Alrighty, and new tiles. And boom. All right. Yeah. Okay. And we are choosing our new locales.
Yeah, wait.
Okay.
Good.
Yep. 5 and 4.
Okay.
So you have.
Wait, I lose by 1.
Do you?
Yeah, we're both 1, and this is a 3-4.
But you're up 1 here.
No, that only
Yeah.
that only comes for ties. There's this number plus this number.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I lose by 1. And I don't have the thing, so I get kicked out.
Yeah.
So I go here. So I go up 1 now here. You now gain some stuff.
Or like that's where. No, you go up 1 here. Or do I, no, I go up 1 here.
Yeah, you go up 1 there.
That's what it is. Yeah, okay. Yep. Got it.
So
So now I will gain resource.
winner of conflict, advance 1 space on might. Loser, gain 1 weapon, and then move ruler, because neither of us have the one that's on the 1.
Got it.
And then do you have the 3? Yeah, you have the 3 thing too.
Oh, nice. And I go up 1
Oh, yeah.
on this
Now,
card.
now you go.
Boom, and 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Cool.
So I get to go first.
Yeah,
Oh,
you don't have the adjacent thing, right?
Oh, no. That adjacent thing, no. I get both of these.
Okay. What you doing?
Okay. So I'm gonna start placing work down.
It's not laying down.
I must have to myself. Place a worker here. I place this. So what this is, my dancer. Instead of producing or building, so my normal option 3,
You can summon again.
I can summon a god. If you choose to do this, skip the produce or build step.
Oh.
If you summon a god in the summon a god round, you may not summon the same god twice.
Okay, cool.
So first, I'm going to summon a god normally.
Yep.
Because I have this.
Yep.
So we have 1 here. Does that work the way I want it to? I guess that's fine. Not the best now, but it works. Yeah. I don't even need to do that. Oh, did I do this like an idiot? Yes, kind of. That's great.
Did I do this like an idiot? Yes, kind of.
I forgot which one I put there. Okay, so 2 of these. So we have a brown and a white. We'll zoom in here. So first we have the chief god here. So I have 1 on the board, so I get to place 1 down here and gain 1.
Nice.
So chief god, choose a color used in your summoning. For each action strength, take 1 pyramid tile of that color from the board or draw a tile from the bag. So action strength 2.
You're using 2 of them?
Well, the brown, and then I have 1 which is
Okay.
white.
Gotcha.
So choose a color. I'm going to choose... That was useless, actually. Cool. Yeah. Because I can't do both, right? Choose a color. I can't choose both colors.
Yeah.
From the or draw a tile. Oh, for each one, or draw. Oh, no, we're good.
Okay.
So white.
Yep.
I get to take this white as 1, and then draw a tile as 2. Because for each action
Choose the
strength.
color used in your summoning. For each action strength, take 1 pyramid tile of that color. Yeah. Yes, you just yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there's my second one.
Nice.
Right. Is it catching?
Yeah, a little bit.
We'll listen to it afterwards.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, just for anyone who's watching this later on, the background noise you hear, there's a rehearsal going on next door as well. So don't mind the background noise.
LA things.
Yep, exactly.
Alright, so so that god's done.
Nice.
So this triggers now second god.
Yep.
I'm gonna choose.
What will you do, good sir?
Which one do I like more of?
Actually, for anyone who watches this, because this will be up relatively soon, they are rehearsing a play called The Eddies and the Pipers, which is part of Hollywood Fringe, in June, the first and second weeks of June. So if you're in the LA area, looking for something to do around that time, look up The Eddies and the Pipers on Hollywood Fringe.
I am going to do the Rain God.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
So I get to choose one of these 4 colors,
Mm-hmm.
and deplete a production site matching that color.
Yep. And then you're going to gain resources equal to that strength.
Yes, I will. I will choose Yes, I will choose black, which is this one here.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I gain 4 black. These.
Nice.
Deplete a production site. Gain resource strength. Yeah, these will go here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 black. Not done yet though.
Okay.
So that's it. Deplete a production site matching. Gain resources equal to action change. We just did that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have 2 black, which will become a white. 2 black, which will become a cocoa.
Okay. Okay, Clovey. Okay.
All right. I think, and then discard my 2 cards.
Okay.
And I only have 1 card left, so I get them all back.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fucked up my pen a little bit. Bastard.
I know. I'm like, where can you grab the most resources?
I wasn't trying to get resources there,
Oh.
but that black mark I was planning on using.
Because like if you put it there, you'd have all of this. I'm like, I'm not giving you that. 7 resources.
No. Wasn't going for that. That's fine. Okay.
Subliminally, I knew somehow.
All right. So I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
I am going to summon Homeboy.
Who is? Oh, my guy.
Yep. Free action strength. You may take back a card. Oh, so I didn't do that because I don't have one there, so they're all coming back anyway. I'm still doing that, but I'm not gonna do a bunch. So I'm gonna do the blue.
Okay.
Okay. May also lay down a worker adjacent to production site matching the color of the tile used to summon, hence black. Lay him down. I'm gonna lay him down.
Oh, that would have been a big difference.
Yep. Now that's done. Now I'm going to build. So I'm going to discard blue resource to put you there. Discard a black and a blue to put you right there. So I go on this track, so I have to lay down somebody else. So now I will lay down. Yeah. Yeah, because I would be tired.
Yep. Unintentionally hate drafted.
I was gonna lay him down and this one down, but I had to choose because of that, so it's all good. Still,
I really thought when I read this too is I could get 1 resource at all 4 colors I was getting rid of, and I was deplete 4, and then you'd be. I was gonna be like, oh, if I can take 4 of these off the map right now,
it's like just a plague.
Yeah,
it's a plague of
famine,
a bored plague.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
there we go. So let's do the refresh here first.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. And then we'll be going into
celebration number 2.
The last round, the last cycle, I should say.
Yep. And that says, if we do end the game by completing a pyramid or replacing all our workers, complete the current round, then perform the celebration.
Got it.
So we still always do three. We always do, or not say three, but always do one final one.
Yep. There's that.
Okay, and then number 14 here is the raised beef or bed farm. Raised bed.
Raised beef.
Well, raised beef sounds way more better than raised bed farm.
Raised beef.
Whenever you produce resources, gain 2 additional of the depleted site color.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. So, first spot right here, there is nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. This one, 5 for each of us. 25 to 30, 33, 38. I was like, I have to get one down there. I'm not giving you 5 for one.
And this is just
how many?
So 5.
5.
30?
Different
35.
times. Yep, that's what I was like.
Yep.
If I can get 4 and just change them all over.
Yep.
All right. So
Okay.
simple as that. So now we
And
go
then
to our
down here as
thing.
well.
So based on the city. So
Tied. So we each get that 1.
yep. So we each get 1 there. 1, 1.
We just go around. That's me.
That's you. So you get 2. 1, 2.
This is you.
1, 2. That's me.
That's you.
1, 2.
That's
1,
you.
2.
Me.
1, 2.
Me.
1, 2.
Me. Why are you going up 2?
Oh, we're not on that step. Because that's what's going to happen here. Gain 2 fame for if you have the most workers in a city. If they're tied, go for 1. So we're doing that first, and then we'll go back to this.
Okay.
2. I just give you that, and then my 2 here.
You gave me this one.
No, I give you
Not
both
that
of those.
Okay.
Yeah. 1. Tied. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 tie. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were still 3 apart.
And then, so then 4 more for me, because for each one.
Yeah, so, okay. So 47 to 51. And then I had 1, 2, 3, 4.
So literally the same distance away.
Yeah. So we're still 3 away.
Yep.
Just tied across the board.
And then I get a point for every spot I don't have a token. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 55. I don't get any of that. Okay, so we refresh the spots.
Did all that.
You know, shuffle those up and redistribute. And then we start the last. So we have 48 to 55. This is still a close game. Could go either way.
Let's start off by putting 1 down here first, upside down.
Sure.
And then, boom.
It's be yellow.
Wada, wada, wada. More water.
Where's the black going?
Holy shit.
It's yellow. All
Incredible.
right. So then we get these back.
Yep, yep.
Boom, boom. So in theory, we have 3 turns left because that's all the only workers we have left. Unless somehow
True.
a worker gets kicked back. Move a worker.
Remove a worker adjacent to
Oh,
production
there is a
site.
remove a worker.
Mhm.
All right, let's see what we
Match
want to
the
do.
color for the summon and gain 1 fame for each action strain.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, how do I want to do this? Oh, that's something we haven't been doing. I missed
What?
the building bonus. Pyramid tiles.
This we happen.
Uh,
What are you talking about?
no, adjacency. Hold on. After building a pyramid, gain the reward, and gain 1 fame for each adjacent tile of the same color. 1 fame for each tile with the same symbol.
Oh.
So you get 1 there. I get 1. No. Changes nothing.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Somehow. It still changes nothing. Alright. I have to do that? I don't like that either. 1, 2, 3 turns. Does that work? Yeah. I have to do it that way. No. So I can't do it that way. I have to do it the other way. Which doesn't work either. Oh boy.
Okay. Got plans. Got plans. Let's see what works. Don't screw me, board.
Are you bored or bored? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Also, everyone who's watching this on YouTube, you're correct. This does not fit into our theme for May, but it was a new game we got in. And as you know, when we get new games in from Kickstarter, Game Found, yada yada, we do the whole shebang. We'll go through and we'll do the unboxing. We didn't do a rulebook rundown for this one because this one's actually been out for a minute. We don't typically do a rulebook rundowns for games that have existed. If there are any games that you want a how to play on, you can let us know in the comments. We haven't been doing how to plays on older games for a minute. We did a whole Lacerda series for them. Lacerda series. Lacerda series. For those, I think we kind of burnt ourselves out on how to plays doing all those, so they're complicated. But we can definitely dip back into it for games that you're interested in. But yeah, so May we're doing solo games, but together. So taking a solo game and taking turns doing the actions, and hopefully winning if we can by doing so. We managed to successfully win Spires and Rankataki doing that.
Sure.
So that worked out, which was good. But yeah, board makes me nervous doing that because he's the gambler.
I don't like any of this. All right. All right. Rand.
Ren?
Yep.
4, 5.
3, 6. Cool. 1, 2.
And you go first.
Yep. Place worker. Place right there. Can't summon that guy because I don't have him. Or I could. Oh! I forgot I could summon one I don't have. I just don't get the marker. Nope, too late. We're gonna summon this one. Or we're gonna produce something. Does that make any more sense now? Not at all. But we're here now. Can't really change my mind, can I? Nope. No, I can't. Nope, nope, no, I can't. Okay. We are going to spend a black to place this down there. So just added the last to my bottom row of this guy, which is the god of trade.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one worker there, so I can only do one thing. So I assume I didn't screw you.
No.
I'm in the corner over here trying to figure out things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have a plan. We'll see if it works or not.
You go right there. I'm going to build.
Okay.
Down to the board. White. For the Jag.
You can't do that.
You don't have to build him.
What?
You don't build the one you're on, do you?
That's I didn't know again. I thought it was where your workers. There's just how many you can build.
That's how many, isn't
So
it?
build a tile. Choose one. Oh no, it's building tile. Pyramid tiles. Take one from the reserve. Place an empty space. One of the resources must match the color of the tile. Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've screwed up this whole game. The whole turn, I'm like, how do I build what I want to build?
Yeah, no. So
That's
as long as you
fine.
have the resources, just put it down.
That's
It's only for doing this. We have to be on the spot.
That's fine. We're
Okay,
here
so
now.
did that, but I get to do a second one because of my ability here. It's on my board.
Yep.
So I'm gonna cash in my 2 blue for black. I'm gonna cash in the black and the yellow. For the homeboy. So what happens when you build on this again?
You roll card.
No, you don't get a second one, do you?
No, you can either take it back if you already had it in discard or swap.
Oh, you can potentially swap.
Yeah, but you can't like. I don't think you can look. Let me see if you can look at swap.
I mean, you'd have to be able to look at it. I'd imagine.
Oh, you could just say you're taking it, and then the other one's gone. The first time, you may. Oh, we made our life harder. You could look through the deck and select one.
Okay, so that means you can look at it to swap.
Any subsequent. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah. You may redraw. Oh no. So any subsequent time, you may redraw your played or discarded back to your hand only.
Okay, that's fine.
You don't get it. So that one's just
I'll
out.
see what it is.
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
2 builds is cost less.
So we could have had them. Oh no, we wouldn't want to face up.
No, 'cause- yeah.
because then we would know. Yeah. So normally you wouldn't actually even know what that is. I would look at it, like, oh, no.
I've already done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now it doesn't matter.
That's fine. So I'm gonna take it, but putting that there.
So you get your bonus now. Make sure you do this correctly.
Which bonus?
So you get adjacency for the same symbol.
Oh, when you build them, you immediately get it.
Yeah,
Oh, so 3.
because you can't move them. No, 1.
1, 2,
Two.
3 adjacent.
No, oh,
1, 2, 3.
How many are adjacent to the one you built? I think. Huh?
Oh, that was like how many are adjacent that are the same.
Just double check. Which actually would still be 3 because the first one you put down. Second one, I think. Place a worker. Build tiles. Nope. Build pyramid. Gain 1 fame for each adjacent tile of the same color, and 1 fame for each adjacent tile depicting the same symbol.
Okay, so 1. So 2.
No, 2.
2.
1, 2.
Okay, cool.
Because you put that one down first. Then
This
that
has
one.
been here. There's that one, yeah. So I got the 1 for that. Cool.
Because. Oh yeah.
You.
All right. Next turn.
So this comes off.
Slide over. Get a new one.
We have every time you get a resource, you get double or 2 more mana.
Oh yeah, same with that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So every time you deplete a location, you get plus 2 resources.
Nice.
All right. Now that I know I can build anything, this chain. This might actually work the way I want it to work now.
I was like, you're,
Oh yeah.
you were doing that the whole time.
Yeah, it was brutal. The whole time it's been brutal. I'm like, what is happening? This might be fantastic. That works.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like this more than Pillars of Heracles.
We also never skirmish or anything. So we got eventually.
But that's
play
part.
it
I think
again.
that's part of the reason why I like it is because it makes it
Yeah.
even more.
Like
I
3 or
like,
4 players, and I think will be better.
but I also like this whole like choosing 2 different cards sort of thing.
I think this is the move. Yes.
Yeah.
That is the move.
Okay.
Don't screw me. You.
I screwed you. Nice. So I go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and I go up on this track.
I go up, and you go up on that track.
And this one for winning.
Oh,
so
no.
now I get 2.
Of any or 2 on any tile. I go up 1 on my track here, so we're both at 3 still. That doesn't help either of us. And I get kicked out. You broke everything.
Nice.
I was gonna go in 1 too. I was gonna go in 1, and I'm like,
It's okay.
maybe he'll go in 1.
You can start going 1.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 are out of play now. Ah,
You can go to 5. You have a lot of options in 5. You got 3 of the 5
No,
gods
that does
in
work.
5.
That works. That works.
Okay.
All right. So tiles. You don't have the adjacency, so I'll take both of those. Okay, that might work.
All right.
We
So
might be doing okay.
I go first.
So you're on 2 on my 5.
Here we go. Okay. I have my homeboy out.
Oh, I'm gonna get screwed, aren't I?
So I'm going to put this guy right there to start. I'm going to summon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 5 in total.
Nope. Don't put them in the bag.
White. That's what's that. White. Yellow. I'm going to do white, black, yellow, brown.
So remove 1 of your workers adjacent to a production site, matching the color of any tile.
So I'll remove, or just put 1.
Okay, so yellow matches, sure, or blue.
Okay. And then I'm going to gain 1 fame for each action strength. So a total of
5.
5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 1 spot on the track. Which
And
gets you 2
1
resources.
spot on the track there, which will gain me 2 resources. Hold on. Oh, and also that's it. I was like, I know there's 2 more points.
Oh, yeah, because you placed the marker down.
1,
Nice.
2.
Solid.
Boom. I need 2 resources of my choice. I'm gonna go brown. And black. No. Yellow. Okay, and now I can build or produce.
Yep.
Build or I think I'm gonna produce.
Okay.
And I'll do. Where did I put my guy? Here, it has to be next to that.
Yep.
So I will do this yellow. So 1,
3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, that's true. Hey, close. Stop.
2, 3,
Yeah.
4,
There you go. Go to him.
5, 6.
Got Kern?
Got corn. An old Dane Cook joke. You just how to make giant corn. Hi, Chloe. I know. They're doing fun things out there, and you're not able to be a part of it. But you're being a good girl. Yeah. Just lay down. Lay down.
Okay.
All right, all you.
You did not screw up what I wanted to do. I'm thankful for this.
Nice.
All right. So first, let's put a worker out. Worker is going to go here.
Cool.
Here. Not. Oh, yep. That's not adjacent to 2. We're good. Make sure I'm not breaking the rules.
Like you cannot.
I was like, wait, where's the line?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I have number 3 in play. This is special number 3, which says I can summon a god twice instead of producing or building.
Yep.
First, I'm going to summon the god here. So that got here for... Hi.
Little lady, you're ruining the foam on the door.
For each action strength, you may take back a card. Also, you may lay down one worker adjacent to the production site, matching the color of any tile used in the summoning. So, I have 2 on the board, a white and a yellow. I will use those 2 as my 2. This goes down. I gain 2. Yellow or white is next to this. White is part of my summoning. I'm going to lay down 1.
Okay.
Now, this, I get to summon a second god. I will summon the God of Trade. So God of Trade here. I will use... I already have one on the board. So God of Trade, choose one color. Use in summoning. For each action strength, you may move a worker to an adjacent city. So I have 1, 2, 3. Make sure I have the right ones. Choose a color. I'm just going to put those 2 right there. I haven't chosen a color yet. But move workers. So I'm going to move 1 movement, 2 movements, 3 movements. 3 movements triggers this one and triggers this one. Get both of these.
Cool.
So first one down gives me something. Gives me a tile. Additionally, it gives me a spot here. Because I have this.
Yep.
So get them light when I build the tile. Ow. There we go. Thank you. Good. Second one goes down. I get 7. So 51 to 58. And up there again. So now I get to lay down a worker.
Yep.
I will lay down this worker.
And you get 2 tiles.
And I get 2 tiles. 1, 2. Okay. So these are the 2 I got rid of. So now you may move, each time you move a worker, you may trade 1-to-1 resources. Do I want to do that? A little bit. Kind of. Oh, and I have him. Who's this? The middle guy? Got it, trade?
Lower.
Oh, this one. 2 more. 1, 2.
Nice. You're having a good time.
I did that guy. Okay, yeah. Do I want to change resources? I'm trying to think. No, I'm good.
Okay.
So those are discarded.
That is it. Next turn.
For each action, you may take back a card. From the first god. This dude.
Oh, you do that guy? Okay.
I only did 1. Or no, I did 2. So I get 6 and 3. These are the 2 I just used.
Okay.
These are all upside down. What's happening? Okay.
Blue Jag.
How do I do this perfectly? Make sure I have this right. Oh, yeah. Yep. Ooh, is that what I want to do? What is... Oh. I forgot what I got here. We're building these. Number 19. Oh, it's the build twice. Or build plus 1. Is that what that is? Well, build plus 1. Based on your worker count. Sure. Number 4. When taking a pyramid tile at the end of the movement phase, you may take... Oh, the adjacent one. A little late for that. Okay. So that doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't want to do that, so we do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3-1. You going to 4?
I am.
Okay. So we're taking our peeps to you.
I'll take wild, and I'll take this guy, because now I have the adjacency.
Okay. Now we do our things.
You are first.
All right.
And this will be the last turn of the game.
Yes, indeed.
Unless I somehow can move a worker.
Okay. So we're going to go... there. We're going to summon. So, yellow. Move a worker adjacent to yellow. So we'll lose that one anyway. So get rid of you. Now I go up 1 for the 1 action point. Up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now the turn is going to be to build. So first up, going to exchange 2 yellow for the white. I'll use a white and a blue. Put you there. Gives me 1 point for adjacent colors that match. Right?
What?
Adjacent colors that
Oh,
match.
yes. Sorry.
Okay. Because of my ability, I get to build a second time. So I'm going to be building this guy. So I need a brown. I'll use a yellow. I'll cash in 2 yellow for a white. All 3 of those gone. You will go there, which will get me 4 points for putting it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 for the same type.
Yep.
Right there. Okay. Yep.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see. What is the smartest move?
Oh, I have 1 left, so I'm gonna take all these back.
Oh,
Was
you're
that-
not gonna get another turn.
Who's that back?
It's not, I'm putting my last worker down.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I have to. I don't get to take. I don't have the remove thing.
Cool. Almost put my pyramid.
So I wasn't letting you do that.
So close. 2 away from the pyramid, 3 away from the top of the war track.
Does... Yeah. Oh. Oh. I keep forgetting that I don't have to have someone on the board to do the summon. I just have to put a thing down. So I could have gone and done the Jaguar and removed workers.
Mm-hmm.
But too late for that now. No, I'm not adjacent to one.
Yeah, the Jaguar becomes more important. It seems like definitely this last round if you want to try and prolong it to find a way to get more points.
Yeah.
To be able to remove people, but also like to slowly also shift up that track on both of them. It's like it's also super important if you can get the Jaguars early because you can just move up this war track to get the benefits.
Yeah.
Because you get to move up every single time you do it.
Okay. I think I have a strategy. Is that going to work the way I want it to work? I'm going to be one short of what I want to do, aren't I? Oh, no. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That'll work. That will work. Put the worker right there.
Okay. Rain God.
This might be way closer than I thought it was going to be. So, I'm going to summon the Rain God.
Mm-hmm.
Strength of 1. That's all I have.
Okay.
So, deplete a production site matching the color tile, gain the strength. Yes, white.
Okay.
Where it goes there. So I get 1 white. I don't get to put a thing down. That's fine. Build.
Mm-hmm.
So I can build twice, but I have number 19, so I can build 3 times.
Why can you build twice?
I have
Oh.
2 workers there.
Oh, I forgot that's based on the number of workers
Yeah,
that you have.
and then we have +1 for this because we both have this thing.
God.
So we both fucked up one way or another.
Yeah, because I could have. If I had enough resources, I could have built.
Yeah.
Times, but...
So, build number 1. We spend a white.
Oh, but you won't have enough resources to do it all though.
Yes, it will. We put a white here. So I spend a white and spend a white, and that's going to become white. Do this in the right order. Which resource makes the most sense to do this correctly? White and a yellow.
Okay.
This is the card. Means nothing. That's white. 1, 2. Same symbol. 3.
Nice. Jesus.
63.
Cool.
Next, build number 2.
Yep.
Correct color and movement. These 2 goes down here.
3.
That gives me 1, 2.
Or sorry, 2. Yep. 65.
Now I go up 1 spot on the track. I get any 2 resources I want.
Gets the third one.
I'm gonna get yellow and black,
Sure.
which
1,
gives
2,
me
3, 4,
4,
5,
5, 6.
71. Nice. Good move. Close.
And that's it.
Yep. Okay. That triggers endgame.
So now we're on. Let's go to the correct place for this time.
Do we still do all this?
Yeah,
Even,
so
though
it
we
says-
didn't, even though we didn't get to the.
So it says here, if you trigger case 1 or 2, completing pyramid or use all workers, complete the current round. So we just did that.
Yeah.
Then perform the celebration as described.
Cool.
After which the game will end.
Okay.
The player with the most fame wins. Blah blah blah.
All right.
So, final counts.
So we start with all these.
So start with these, yeah. So this here is my marker. Tiles
types.
different color. 5.
Okay, so you get 5.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Knock
7,
off
6.
half the stuff on the
Yeah.
board.
Nobody. Matching tiles.
No, different symbols.
No, these are matching. Those are different.
No, these are different symbols in my supply. These are different symbols on the board.
I'm pretty sure they're matching.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I verified that.
Pretty sure not.
For each pyramid tile, build into a pyramid. Oh, with different symbol. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me.
No, that's the max. So.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then the last one is resources. 1.
1 for you.
I knew I had to use all mine, so I'm like, okay, I'm not going to bother with the resource
And
thing.
then my tile here, I get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for places where I don't have a token.
So now let's do the correct order again. Let's start here, and then we'll do our tile.
It's just gonna be 3.
Oh, so that's all
3
you have?
It's just no. I mean, it's gonna be 3 per place instead of 2 and then 1. It just adds.
Oh,
additional.
that's true.
Yeah.
So we'll do. So
That's you.
this is me.
So 1, 2, 3.
This is you.
1, 2, 3.
Me.
1, 2, 3.
Me.
1, 2, 3.
Me.
1, 2, 3.
Me.
1, 2, 3.
Both of us. 2 and 2.
1, 2, 3.
No. 1, 2.
We have this also. It's ties for all of it. 1, 2, 3.
No. 1, 2, 1, 2. Because we only get 1 for a tie here instead of 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back one.
You.
1, 2, 3.
Tie.
1, 2.
Me.
1, 2, 3.
And me.
You already counted that one.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we did. We went
I
around.
counted around the other side.
Did you?
Yeah. I
Okay.
started around the other side.
Okay. Flip to 100.
100 on the board. That's it.
Nice. Just barely took it.
As soon as I realized that I could do this god without having him on my board to get that
Yeah.
one single resource, I'm like, how do I get one resource?
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, that.
Yep.
Just stack this corner here.
Yep. Yeah.
Typical comboing at the end. I'm like, how do I put something down and move up there to get resources, to get other resources somewhere else and put more stuff down?
No, yeah, so that's what I was trying to, okay, I seriously thought that this one was matching. That's okay, I'm going to get there right away because I have all these that'll match, and then I can get these other ones on here that'll match as well.
What do you would?
I was like,
You got more points for not matching.
I thought it was like how many that you would have had like on there.
Oh,
in total.
touching, not matching symbol.
Right.
Oh,
So, it's all good.
which would have been what, an 8?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What?
Still 5. For
How
matching.
do you counting matching?
1, 2, 3 matching, and then 1,
Oh, counting like that. Got it.
2.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Cool. Very cool. Fun. Easy
That
to pick up.
And now we know how to pronounce the game name, which is
AHAU.
AHAU. Ruler of the Yucatan.
Rulers.
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 No, there's only one ruler here.
Yeah, just barely. Just barely. By 3 points.
This is the typical Baldwin board game style where it'll always end it close regardless, but every game, I would say 85% of the games,
Mhm.
you always take a huge lead.
Well,
and I always work from behind, but somehow always, I might not win, but I always close the gap.
yeah, my whole thing with like the buildings, right? I was like, okay, I want to get the buildings to get all the benefits, but I want to get specifically each type of building. So I wanted one that allowed me to
of
build a bunch, one that would give me additional point every turn, one that give me additional point for not having things over here, so I'm always banking in regardless.
Which makes sense.
Every time I would win a combat, that as well. And then just when that one came out with the resources, like I'm figuring how to get that to get all those resources because then you can just convert to put stuff out. It's like, okay, so I had all that where I was always gaining a bunch of points. And then after that, it was like, okay, how do I push up the pyramid?
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, mine was as soon as I got this that says, okay, go up the might when you build a building. And I saw the
Yeah.
possibility of getting the 2 off the board without doing anything and just moving workers.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, as long as he doesn't screw me and take one before I can do it, I'm just going to hit both in one shot.
The one that I messed up is I should have got this one early on, which was that
Oh,
you
get
get 3
3
every
every
time you build a building. Because
I
was
wanted
like, that was like
one.
the second one that was out. And that's
Yeah.
where I should have gotten that instead of the additional one for each spot. And that would have just blown away the entire.
Yeah, I wanted that one right
top
there.
one.
Is every time you build, get fame.
You get an additional one for every matching color.
Or not, because I knew I was going to try for this.
Yeah.
So that would have just kicked it more. But I was like, I can't grab the 2 free ones. And well, I guess I could have gotten that one because you can replace.
Yep.
but I would need another turn.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do it in the same turn.
Yep. Cool. Good. I mean, I always love games that leave you talking about it like this at the end. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what would I have done? And what's nice is that this doesn't really feel like. There's some games where it feels
It's
like.
not heavy.
Well, no, there's some games where like this that feel like, oh man, I feel like I really couldn't do anything until later. So if I only had one more turn or one more round, I could have done something. Like this one, really, you could do stuff from the beginning to try and get going, and then you quickly were able to gather the resources like as your workers were at their base where they're placed. Especially if you had the one like I did where you get resources for everybody that's around. So this doesn't feel like it's missing that extra round to really feel satisfying. Like it felt like we got right to that point. We're like, all right, this is it. I can do all this stuff. There's a way to do it. So when I went here, I was hoping that you would have gone here too. That's why I put a low card so that way you would force me here, so I could have gotten the wild for that.
No, I intentionally didn't go where you had availability.
Yeah.
Because that would give you 3 more points.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I knew where I needed to be and I had options. So I'm like, where is he already used? I'm going somewhere there. Yeah, so he couldn't go to 4.
Yep.
I don't want to give him 3 free points.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, what I do love too is the fact that we both play the game very differently. And
yeah,
again, it's still very differently down to less than 5 points.
Yeah. That's definitely one of those, like, was it Andromeda's Edge? One of those where it comes down to the end game point thing, Castles of Burgundy.
Yeah.
Same thing, where you're getting points throughout the game. And you're trying to like have that strategy going during the game, but at the end, it all kind of comes together based on what you have in your little, I like how compact the tableau is. I'm curious now that we've played what the difference. Okay, so the other one has more points and more card locations. I was like, it's a heavy battle.
Yeah, so
battle
this is
point,
pushing...
battle point.
Oh, no, the might.
Battle.
This is the might track.
I'm sorry, yeah, might. Might. And then as it's on the bottom here.
And then heavy roll card usage.
So you, like
which is, so use a roll card and grab it back. Use it, grab it back.
Yeah, so the nighttime is very different.
Which again,
definitely higher scoring for sure.
Oh, yeah. Which I also love how the roll cards here, there's like 3 others, plus this one that we didn't see.
Yeah.
So there's variability there.
Yep.
There's variability, obviously, with the building tiles. So very much like a Castles of Burgundy, where there's some you're never going to see.
The randomness of like where the cities are, too. And stuff. We kind of got the shit in the stick where like we had these 2 right next to each other, these 2 right next to each other.
And like these were fine because they covered, like this and this, I hated this situation.
But even these 2 right here also. So like if you went to 5, you weren't, and you got booted out, you weren't able to get either of those or either of the rain guys. So that's not a problem with the game. That's just how it ended up for us. So
unlucky random.
Very, very easy to jump into, very easy to play. I think definitely one you could get out with a group of people who aren't avid gamers, and this would be a great entry game into board gaming.
Yeah, so there is the AHUA family thing here too, which it goes through and says.
Oh, that's right. It's even simpler.
Yeah, so simpler version intended for ages 9 and up. So instead of the normal 14, 15 and up, whatever it would be.
That's cool.
14 plus. Or for those who want a lighter game. So if you're playing the full game, you disregard, but then there's all these boxes in here that are blue, so you would just set up things a little bit differently.
Very cool.
But yeah, and then obviously you have the 3-4 person or 4 or 5 person game on the back with 6 areas.
Yeah.
I believe. So yeah, we'll definitely have to get this back on the table with a group of guys. Yeah, if you want to buy it, I think this is only like $30-$35 on Aperion Vision's website, who made this. They should be the same people who made Pillars of Heracles that we played about a week or 2 ago from when you've seen this on YouTube.
Which, this is what, a week after Pillars?
Yeah, it's about a week.
Yeah. But Pillars was fun too. I think it's gonna be more. That would be more fun with more people. Yeah, for sure. This one plays really, really well with 2 players, especially because of the different sides of the board. Pillars is nice because they have the Aegean side, the Mediterranean side, which change things up, and there's a fat stack of like demigod cards and stuff of that sort to try and screw each other over.
And other like little side add-ins, like barbarians we didn't touch. We put in Atlantis, never used it.
Yeah, it's a nice
skirmish. We never even.
It's a nice deck building. Sort of game, which is very interesting, strategic deck building sort of thing. So that was fun too. I definitely enjoyed this more, I think, because this feels tighter. Like Pillars felt like there was still some loose strings or a little bit of ambiguity.
Yeah. Well, this felt like every decision mattered because, again, how it resolves in region numbered order, how certain cards are used and things.
Yep.
Where Pillars of Heracles, I kind of did my thing, you kind of did your thing, and we didn't really cross paths much.
Exactly.
We never skirmished at all in the whole game. So we
That's
were never
true.
in the same location to skirmish.
Which is probably why that's like an add-on that you can do, because they're probably like, yeah, a lot of people may not want to fight, but also you may not really do it to begin with. You know, I think also with Pillars of Heracles, it was a little too close in like some of the mechanics, like the sieging and stuff, to Ascendancy. So I think I'm still sore from that, like mentally. But yeah, no, very fun. AHUA! If you've played it, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Also, I'm going to start doing this typical YouTuber thing, which I did at the beginning as well. But please, if you enjoy our videos, please share the videos as well. That really helps out our algorithm to get it around. Subscribe so you know we're putting stuff up too. We are very engaging in the comments, so leave us a comment. We check those things almost daily. So questions, concerns, criticisms, we're open to that too. Tell us that we're
start
bald.
Getting a tally of like vote bald or bored.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the year who votes more for which person.
Yep. So we're here to have fun with you all. So come have fun with us. But for all of you who have watched this at this point, I almost said those you're watching now. We didn't stream this one like we do live. But then, good reminder. On Twitch, we do stream live on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Saturdays around 1 or so Pacific Standard Time. But check out our Instagram, Bald and Board Games, for any updates on that.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, this is the Bald and Board Games production of AHUA! Rulers of wow, damn it. Rulers of the Yucatan. I'm Bald.
I'm bored.
We'll see you
In the jungle.